Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Starkside. While you're here, I do appreciate it if you support the channel by hitting the like button. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe as well as the notification bell. Today we'll be talking about one of my Toy-Con hauls, the Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive Avengers Endgame worthy Captain America. And I know this figure was released in 2019, but this figure is really hard to get a hold of here in the Philippines. Anyway, here we have Captain America in the standard Marvel Legends packaging here. At the front we got the Avengers logo, no Endgame at the bottom, but it's pretty clear from the color of the letters that it's Avengers Endgame. And at the top we get the A for the Avengers logo, that's nice. And at the side we get a nice artwork of Steve Rogers as Captain America. Same on the other side. And at the back we get a brief bio of the character. If you want to read it, you can pause the video. And we also get this other piece of artwork for Captain America. Alright, let's get Captain America out of the packaging.
Avengers! Assemble.
And here we have Captain America. Now before we talk about the figure itself, let's go over the accessories. Being a Walmart exclusive, this figure does not come with any Build-A-Figure accessories. And besides the alternate unmasked Steve Rogers head sculpt, so this figure comes with one pair of hands, his shield, and Mjolnir. And his hands look great. We do get some sculpted details on them. And the paint apps look clean. So one of these hands is a weapon holding hand, which I assume is for Mjolnir, since Steve is often shown to be left-handed when it comes to the shield. And I do like how they chose to make them a bit bigger. The hands on some previous Captain America figures were a bit too small, so I like how they look right now, but I do wish we got some extra hands, you know. And taking a closer look at the shield here, I like how battered it looks. It adds a bit of personality to it with all the mileage that the shield has seen. And at first, I actually thought this was similar to the shields from the previous Captain America figures, but it's totally different. For example, the sculpt of the star in the middle is different. We get some lines crossing at the middle here. And the back of the shields also look different from one another. So they probably retooled most of the shield, but yep, it's not the exact same piece. I also want to note that the shade of red that they use here, I like it better than the ones on the previous shields, which made them look too vibrant, you know. And looking at Mjolnir here, I'm liking what I see here. I've always preferred Mjolnir over Stormbreaker. Anyway, this is just the same piece that we get from the Infinity Saga Endgame Thor, just painted differently. And I actually prefer this regular look for Mjolnir because it doesn't really limit your photography options. Whereas having this previous Mjolnir just limits your options to poses with some lightning effects, you know. And I also like how the brown paint apps on the handle are darker compared to the previous one, and I like how clean the silver paint apps are on this piece. We also get some nice Asgardian engraving here on the sculpt, so this looks great. But one thing that I don't like about this piece here is this huge dent on one side of the hammer. I thought this was just mine, but I've seen other collectors complain about the same thing. And I also checked the Mjolnir with the Endgame Thor, and it also has this ugly dent here. It's easy to remove digitally in photos, but yep, it's still an eyesore in my opinion. So the design of Captain America's suit here seems to be based on a combination of his classic suit and the Marvel Now comic suit with the chainmail scales exposed here. So I love that they went for this design for his final appearance in Avengers Endgame. And starting with the first head sculpt here, I do love how this looks. It's obvious that Chris Evans is inside this helmet here. You can see it in the eyes and the jawline, if you know what I mean. and it actually looks like the helmet itself is a separate piece from the head. Some of the previous Captain America figures had the head and the helmet sculpted in one piece, so I do like this a lot. Anyway, the A here looks very clean, as well as the wings on the side, so I do like those a lot. We also get some nice brown paint apps here on the straps, so very nice. And switching it up with the alternate unmasked Steve Rogers head sculpt. So yeah, and wow, this actually looks great in hand. So I do think this head sculpt captures the likeness of Chris Evans, but there are some angles where it looks like someone punched Chris Evans in the face. From this angle, this looks 100% Chris Evans. But from this angle, it looks like he pulled an all-nighter or got punched in the face, like what I said earlier. Regardless, this head sculpt looks awesome in my opinion. Anyway, moving on, the rest of the figure is done really well. So we get the sculpted chainmail scales on his suit here, and they're done really nice. The star on the middle looks good too, nice silver paint apps here. I do prefer the MCU chose a more vibrant blue for his suit. I think they chose this darker shade for a more tactical approach to Captain America's suit from the comics. But yeah, the blue does look great here. I like how the paint apps are clean for the most part. Anyway, moving on, these stripes look good as well. And the back of the figure is done okay. I do hope they find a way to give us an option to attach his shield at the back, like what we see in the movies. I think that will look very great. The arms look awesome as well, and looking at them, they seem to be made of flat plastic, unlike the glossy plastic that they use on the torso piece, but I might be wrong about that. Please let me know in the comments below. And on one of the shoulder pads, we get this A for Avengers that looks really nice. And I also like how they changed these shoulder pads so that it wouldn't hinder the articulation. So great job, Hasbro. And the pants on this figure look good as well. However, if you look closely, it seems that they used glossy plastic for these pieces here, then flat plastic all the way down. It's not that noticeable, but hopefully they use just one type of plastic for the entire figure moving forward. And lastly, the boots look great. Got some nice sculpted details here and there. So overall, I think the sculpt and paint apps on this figure look great for the most part. Now let's go over the articulation on this figure. So the articulation is actually good. This was released in 2019, so no pinless joints at the moment. Anyway, Captain America can look up that far. That looks okay to me. And he can look down as well. His head does rotate. No forward-backward shifting motion. No neck pivot. His arms can bend upward that far, that 90-degree mark. That looks great. And he can bend them down all the way as well. His shoulders do rotate 360. He's got a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. His wrists do rotate, and one of the wrists can hinge sideways, while this one here can move up and down. He has an ab crunch forward and backward as well. He's got a waist swivel. His legs can kick forward that far and not so much backwards. His hips move outward very far. That looks great. He has an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, boot rotation. His ankles move up and down, and he has ankle pivot as well. Now for some figure comparisons, here's Captain America next to the Captain America Civil War Captain America. And as you can see, there are a lot of improvements since then. And here's Captain America next to the other big three Avengers. So we have Iron Man and Thor from Avengers Endgame. And I think Captain America scales up pretty well with these other two here. Iron Man is supposed to be a bit taller than him because of the armor, while Thor has to be really tall compared to the two of them. And here's Steve Rogers next to his successor and the current Captain America, Sam Wilson. and I do like seeing these two together side by side. Maybe we can see them literally physically together in Avengers Secret Wars in the future. I don't know, I'm hoping. And here's Captain America next to some other Avengers. So we have Iron Man, Thor, Ant-Man, Black Widow, and Spider-Man. And I like how they all look good together, side by side. So that's my review of the Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive Worthy Captain America. So I think this figure has great accessories, great paint-ups, great sculpt, and great articulation. So yeah, I love this figure. And if you're wondering where I got this figure, so I got this figure from the ToyCon Philippines 2022. If you want to see my video of the event, I'm gonna add a card up here. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this figure. Let me know what you think of my review. Please leave a comment below. And if you like this video, I do appreciate it if you hit that like button. And if you still haven't, please hit that subscribe as well as the notification bell. You can also follow me on social media. Links in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.